everyone. How are you doing? It is Kearn Cherry with the Power Up Summit coming to you live. And I have with me today Ashley Peoples.
Hey guys. Hi everybody.
Hello, hello, hello.
How are you, Kearn?
Ashley is one of our brand ambassadors, and she's going to be joining us at the Power Up Summit, which is actually 2 weeks, less than 2 weeks from now. We'll be at the Power Up Summit in Biloxi, Mississippi, in person. That's right, in person at the Biloxi Civic Center, July the 24th through the 26th. And we're going to kick it off on the 23rd with the Trailblazers Who Lead book signing, and of course our kickoff for the Power Up Summit. So you don't want to miss it. This is going to be great. And today, right now, I'm getting ready to interview Ashley, but I want to just, start off with something to remind people what we're going to Power Up Summit. What is it going to look like? I realize that we're in a time of uncertainty, so I just want to reinforce to you what we're about. Power Up Summit is about just what it says: power up your life, power up your career, power up your health, and power up your business. When you come, you're going to get recharged. For those of you who battery is going down right now and you're heavy from all the things that you hear in the news and all the things that people are having to deal with, the changes and all that kind of stuff, you're going to come to the Power Up Summit and get your life recharged. And guess what? The tickets are on sale right now for buy one, get one free. So buy one, get one free. What does that look like? $59. $59 for 2 tickets. You can't beat that. So I'm telling you now, get your tickets. And guess what? Tonight, we're going to give away some tickets. So I want you to know that as well. We're going to give away some tickets tonight as well. So just wait for the cue when I tell you, hey, we're going to drop. So you got to be listening, because I'm going to use some of the things from tonight to decide who's going to get that free ticket, right? Those tickets, right? Because we want you to bring a friend. But I also want to say this as well. We are all about the safety of the people. So Power Up also, I'm in healthcare. So most people know I've been in healthcare for 30 years, and I'm still am. Most of y'all know I do my business, PR, and home care. And we're going to make sure that we do everything according to the social distancing rules that you see now. We are not doing big and live. Y'all know, most of y'all know I'm the co-founder of a Success Women's Conference where we have over 1,000 women every year. Well, we're not doing that, right? We're gonna shrink it down and keep it down to about 120 or so people, and that's vendors and everybody. So when you come to the Power Up, you're gonna get your temperature checked at the door. You're gonna fill out a questionnaire. You're also gonna get a mask. You're gonna get some hand sanitizers personally from the Power Up team. You will be seated at the table where there's no more than 4 to 6 people max. All the speakers will speak from the stage. If you've ever been to the Biloxi Civic Center, it holds over 1,000 people. We're not doing that. We're only going to have 100 or so people, like 120 or so people. So what we want you to know is that we're all about your safety. We're all about, taking care of people. So we are ready to receive you at anything we do. Our volunteers are going to be there to help you enjoy your experience, but we will be doing elbow bumping, because we're not going to lose that. So let me get into this young lady that's sitting in front of me. Ashley, I don't want to lose no time, because Ashley's coming to us straight from Atlanta, Georgia. Yes, Ashley. I said, so the question that was asked, why you wanted to be an ambassador? And I loved your answer, because it was, wait a minute, your answer was, let me see what that is, because I did write it down, and I look at all my people, because y'all are about us. So I wanted to ask you, why did you even apply to be an ambassador for the Power Up Summit? What motivated you?
My motivation strictly comes within. I have been powering up by myself, but I know that I can't power by myself if I'm not plugged into the box that gives you that power. So I ran across my good friend, and she was giving me insight on Power Up, and she was just getting me motivated. And I was like, girl, I want to do this. This is an awesome opportunity just to share my life and share my business with other females just like me that want to learn more, that want to know more, that want to grow their businesses. And I just really got excited about the team. I mean, everybody here has been just a joy from me meeting in these last couple of days.
Right. I'm all about connecting. And what I've said many a times is that you got to invest in yourself
Yes.
right now. You
Yes.
got to do that right now.
Yes.
So you're coming down from Atlanta, which is just a little drive. I always say, a short hop and a skip, and
Right.
you're in Atlanta, about a 6 hours drive, and it's
Hours. Yeah. Yeah,
well
but
worth it.
I'm coming. 6 hours is nothing. I'm coming.
Yes, yes, yes. So tell me about yourself. Tell me who you are and what you're about.
I, first of all, I am the outgoing, loving, just I am the real hype woman. I call myself. I'm always amped. I'm always fired up. I have always dreamed of just helping women. I have always been the nurturer. I have always, I just love like making women feel beautiful. That's why I started doing lashes. I love making women feel confident, bringing that confidence to women that may lack, just telling them that you're beautiful no matter what. And that's who I am. I'm all about my girls, positive. I want to grow. I'm always learning, and I'm just open-minded to other adventures that come my way.
Yeah, I read that you said you're passionate about pouring into women
Yeah.
as far as beauty and fashion. You've
Yes.
always been in the beauty and fashion since
Yes.
you was a little bitty kid. And
Yes.
then in addition to that, you're a lash, which I
Yes.
need some eyelashes. You're a lash specialist. You're an artist.
Yes.
Have you done, let me ask, because you're in Atlanta, have you ever done anybody that's famous or anything like that?
Not yet, but I feel it in my near future. I really do.
It,
Not yet, but I feel it coming. So
yes,
watch
yes,
out, I'm coming for you.
yes. Well, I'm going to have to have you do mine at the Power Up Summit.
Yes, for sure.
Yes, I need some help over here, as you can see, right?
I don't mind helping you at all.
Absolutely. So tell me, you also do body sculpture,
Yes.
your body sculpture. What is
Yes.
it?
So that's basically a non-invasive surgery that we take. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So you
Okay.
rid of fat, that unwanted fat. You want to get rid of it. You come and I do the massages. That's what we call them, massages, to help get rid of that fat in it, and you come out looking beautiful. You see results immediately, actually. I also created my own body mask, so it tightens the skin as well. So the more you come, the tighter your skin will be, just because of that mask and the utensils we used as well.
So do you actually do invasive stuff, or you actually using tools to help you shrink without invading the body?
Oh, I'm definitely using as invasive ed. I'm not a surgeon. I'm not
Okay, good.
not want me to do that. No, thank you. No. So we'll just stick to just, the good cleanse and water and healthy eating, and we're gonna get rid of that fat the best way we know how.
Oh my goodness. Well, you mentioned something I really want to ask about now that you mentioned the cleansing part. So
Yeah.
what do y'all do? What do you do as far as the cleansing?
Well, I use a lot of herbal cleanses. I've done the smoothie cleanse, which I think is most natural. A lot of people, don't lean towards too much because they're like, well, what can I eat? What can I eat? But if you pack on food, pack it on 30, 40 years of food that you have never just got rid of, so that stuff just gets packed on. You got to get rid of it. So I use those simple methods as far as, my healthy things, fruits, vegetables, a lot of salads, a lot of greens, a lot of, juice. Look, I don't even drink juice, and it's crazy because I used to, but I drink a lot of water. I constantly drink water. I try to help with my skin. I was at one point suffering from eczema. And once I started like drinking water and just using lemons for my face and honey as well, and sugar scrubs for my lips, I'm addicted to it now. So I just want to share those moments with other people,
Heck, awesome. So I asked because I had went online and I saw somebody say you can take water, warm water, and some salt and lemon, and it actually flushes out your system. Now, I don't know, but I know I can always use some help, y'all. I can use some help. I need some of that body sculpturing or everything else you have over there.
Yeah. And it would just make your skin tighter, and you will see immediate results. Like seriously, you will see, especially in your midsection. And I know women, deal with that, but we can get you down. I'm not gonna say I can't take it all away, but we're gonna get you down. And if you follow my directions, you'll be ready to go. Swimsuit model, I'm telling you.
Oh Lord, somebody help me. Now I'm excited when she said swimsuit model. Yes, give me those tips, girl. Give me those tips. Look, we need to bring that to the Power Up Summit. That's what we need to do.
Yes.
I know I am just being honest. I can use a little extra. So I'm always in when it comes to that type of stuff. So I'm gonna ask you. You are the founder of a nonprofit called Heavy. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yes, I, and I'm just gonna be so honest right now. During quarantine, I was just like, my spirit was not. It's not just. It's not feeling right. It was heavy, and it was some things that I really just needed to seek God more for. And it was just a lot of things going on with how the world is going. It was just a lot of pressure. Internet, it's just going crazy. So I started, just playing around with different apps that, do like little podcasts or whatever. And I was like, you know what? I want to do something to give back to people, like young people, just like me, that are dealing with or can't express themselves the way they want to, or feel like they don't have somebody to lean on. And so I decided to call it Heavy, just because I was heavy at that point. Women, we deal with a lot, and I feel like sometimes we need sisters to lean on, and trustworthy sisters to make you feel like, okay, I got a sister I can call really quickly to explain what's going on with my mind. And I also started telling like my friends and family to use a journal at one point, because a lot of times you don't want to share things that happen to you, whether it's past traumas or whatever have you. So I told them, grab a journal and let's write. So I have literally been writing in a journal since quarantine started, it was like 2019, like the end, right before Christmas and things like that. So my heart was just really heavy, and now knowing why my heart was heavy, it was because of what was going on.
Yeah.
So that's why I started that.
Yes, I'm a true believer that a lot of this was some people just knew it was coming. I know God knew it was coming. I don't think it was him that brought it, but I do believe he prepped some of us for it. And I often say, Ashley, let's turn this upside on its head. We don't have to go down with COVID, Corona, whatever you want to call it. You know,
Mm-hmm.
we need to see this as a God-given time to
Yes.
create. You know, take
And get
those
things
journals.
ready. Just get you
Yeah,
better. Yeah,
yes,
for
yes.
sure.
Do
For
that.
sure.
So that brings me to you're starting a beauty network for moms and daughters because you're
Yeah.
all about beauty, right?
I'm all about beauty, and what other way? If you guys know me, you know I always looked up to beautiful women, whether it was Gabrielle Union, whether it was Alicia Keys, or my fave Beyonce, I just think it's a great, women are just awesome. And I just love just the flawlessness of them. I just love how we carry ourselves. And I want to give that. Like, if you don't feel confident in yourself and you feel like, "Oh, I just need that sister to lean on, come to your family. Hashtag I got you."
Yeah.
So that's why I want to start.
But women need that. You know what I
Yeah.
find with women, we need more. Uh, we need more interaction than
Right.
men. You know,
Right.
men are kind of more independent than we are. We feed off of that. It helps
Absolutely.
us to thrive. So you're right on point when it comes to just dealing with the fact that we need that interaction.
Right.
We need to do that. We actually need to lift each other
Yeah.
up more
Yeah.
than we're doing.
Yes,
Right?
and a lot of young women need their moms to help them, help get lifted. Me and my mom, we are like, that's my BFF right now. Like, so I just felt like if me and my mom can start this little thing with me just grabbing other women and their daughters and their granddaughters or whoever, I feel like we can make it work. We can show real how we're supposed to act towards each other. The
So
love.
so it's you and your mom?
Well, it's me, but I've incorporated my mom just because that's my buddy.
Well, you should. I love that. I love the idea of incorporating your
Yeah,
mom
I
inside
have.
of that. Yeah, awesome, awesome. So is this going to be a Facebook group or something?
It's definitely in the making. I'm getting things together, guys. So bear with me. It will be a Facebook group. We will be supportive. We have taken trips to Stone Mountain during this situation. We have gone and done things. My god sisters, cousins, everybody just getting together and just having a good time. So yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
absolutely. Okay, great. So now, so I'm going to ask you as well. So you have something on the horizon. So tell us what you plan to be doing in the near future. Tell me some of your dreams, some of your hopes, because I don't know your age, Ashley. I'm just gonna say that out loud. But I know you're
I
younger
don't
than
mind.
me.
I
Huh?
don't mind sharing my age at all. I am 35 years old,
Oh yeah, she's
and
spring chicken.
I may be a baby to come, but I feel like at this point in my life it's so exciting. 30 shows you a whole different meaning of woman, like literally. So don't think that when you turn 30, oh, I'm getting old. No, that's not it. You are evolving because we have to evolve in life. But I am. Kearn, are you ready?
Come on now, come
I
on,
am
come
fall. I will be opening up my own beauty bar. It will have everything from lashing to body sculpting to just like I said, you want to come hang out, you can come hang out. But we're gonna get everything together, and it should be together by the fall.
and say that again. What's the name of that business?
It's called the Ladies Room, and it's spelled LATIES room instead of
Oh,
ladies. Yeah.
I was thinking. I said somebody on misspelled the room. I said no. Maybe I'm saying this wrong. Somebody put that in the line. The ladies' room is coming.
Yes,
The
ma'am.
ladies with a
Yes,
T
ma'am.
is
Yes, ma'am.
coming. Come on now. Come on, my
Yes,
support team. Drop that in there.
yes,
She is
ma'am.
going to be starting her own
Yes.
business. Now, you
Yes.
know I'm all about entrepreneurship.
Yes.
Everybody knows I believe. I tell people all the time, I don't care who you work for,
Right.
how long you've been working there. If
Mhm.
you can if you can't leave your job, start your side business. And if you're ready to step out, look, it's time to just do it.
It's
Take
time.
that Nike phrase and
Take that Nike phrase and run, okay? Because
yes,
it helped me. It has
yes.
helped me. Yes, it really has.
Yes, yes, yeah. And God it's that time. I'm telling you, it's really that time where you want to start creating and you
Right.
want to go ahead and take the opportunity to own your own business. How many people got a wake up call when
Right.
COVID hit and your money stopped coming in? And
Exactly.
yeah, okay, so the government might have gave you some money. How long
Exactly.
is that money gonna last? It's
Exactly.
time to do something. Take
Mm-hmm.
that leap, y'all. And look, I tell you, I tell my ladies all the time, men got it down pat. They're like, look, I don't talked about it, I don't thought about it, I don't wrote it out, I'm done. It's time to do it. So it's time
Right.
to take that leap. So I love that you're taking that leap of faith
Thank you.
and that
Thank
you're doing something with it. So
you.
tell us what you are looking for at the Power Up Summit. What are you looking forward to enjoying as one of our ambassadors?
I'm looking for you know what? I'm gonna really be a sponge because I'm trying to get in where I fit in. Like
Yes,
I need to borrow somebody else's ears because I literally am coming to be a sponge because I want to be the best entrepreneur. I want to be the best boss woman. I want to be the best at it all. Once it comes to my business, and I know that I can find that here at the Power Up Summit. And when I tell you, I'm so excited. I'm so excited to be a part of this. I'm just for the love that I'm getting already. I can only imagine what I'm going to receive there.
yes. And tell us as far as being here, what have you experienced from being promoted as the ambassador? What have you felt like you received from that? Just your people
Just
seeing
the
that you're
Yeah,
actually
just a constant push of you got this girl, and people being there, and you may not even know them, but they are literally interested in what you want, what you're doing with your business, and what you want to do with your life. And like that sister bond, like I said, it's right here. It's definitely here. It's
yes,
definitely
yeah. And I often say you got to go beyond your boundaries. You have
here.
to push yourself beyond what you normally would do. The
Yeah.
only way you're going to grow, and I'm gonna just tell you, I'm 55, so
Yeah.
I'm 55, and
You
Lord
look
knows
amazing.
I would give anything to be back to where you are right now. I could tweak a few things along the way. But that being said, experience is priceless when it
Yes,
comes to living the life. So I try to pass on to everybody. And I often tell people, don't think that when you don't get to your 40s, things are
absolutely.
going to change because the body starts talking to you in different ways
That's
that
right.
you didn't even know existed. Right?
Right.
The body starts like, hey, it's me. And
Right.
guess what? I got some things that need a few tune-ups.
Exactly.
So, it goes great with what you're doing because beauty is not on the outside only; it's
Right.
also on the
The
inside.
inside. Absolutely.
Exactly, exactly. So I definitely so I love your new thing. I love what you're doing. I love what you got coming up.
Thank
I'm to looking forward to your coming and sharing and doing my lashes.
Yes. Yes.
Yes, and then you one more thing I forgot to mention. You're
Sure.
also into helping people with damaged skin. That's something you're passionate about as well.
Yes. Like I said, I've dealt with eczema for, a long time. And it's not
Mhm.
until literally I got in my 30s where I started seeing improvements. And it does start with your diet and certain things you don't know. So I actually want to do a esthetician school this year or next year to, just so I can learn more about it, about the skin. I'm really, really interested in it because I've been using products naturally that have like literally healed my skin. So I just want to share those experiences with other people that may not know what to do with eczema or any other skin condition that's going on. So yeah, I am super excited about that part. Just the teaching myself and learning from others as well.
So I'm gonna ask this because this is all about that free ticket that's coming sometime tonight. So give me and just take a second and think about it. What's a power word that you would use that describes you? You know, just give me a word that says, that represents who you are. One word. It can be anything. I'll give you 2 words. You can have 2 together.
One word. One word. I'm gonna say blossoming.
Say that again.
Blossoming.
Blossom, like a blossom, like a flower.
Yes, blossoming.
Okay.
I feel like that's me, and I also feel like I am on fire. I know there's 2 words, but I just feel like I'm on fire right now.
On fire and blossoming. Okay, good. So we gonna get that. Your husband said fearless. Go on, Andrew. Go. That's what I said. I'm assuming that's your husband.
How did you know that?
Huh?
How did you know that?
I've been watching him pop up. I said, that's your husband. Look, they there to support you to the end. I got one myself, so I know they there all the time. So yes. So I'm gonna go in. We're gonna leave with that. But before we go on, I want to just remind people, everybody, sharing is caring. Yeah. So if you have not shared this out, please share this out, because tonight we are talking to our brand ambassadors. We have 10 total, led by Shadera Allison and Dr. Yolanda Jerry. They are our ambassador. I call them queens because they are.
Yes,
they're just doing it. And so they're leading our ambassador team and getting everybody powered up to join us. So I want to do a shout out to them and all the other ambassadors. And I want to shout out to my team as well, my core team and my volunteers who are out there as well. Thank y'all for being a part of this. But I hope y'all got them little nuggets she dropped in, because we're going to come back to those words later on to decide who gets those 2 free tickets. But that being said, I'm gonna thank you for joining us, Ashley. It is such a pleasure. I am looking forward to meeting you in person, y'all.
I know. I'm so excited to meet you.
Yes. I'm looking forward to it. I don't know if you're bringing your husband too, but hey, I'm looking forward.
He may come. He said he may come on Saturday, so we'll see.
Okay. Yeah. Look, my husband tags along with me every day. Hey, my husband's like, look, you go, okay, I'm in the car too.
Right. Especially when I said he was going to be on the beach. He was like, wait a minute, what?
Look, the hotel is literally, y'all. I want to thank our sponsor, Hilton Garden Inn of Biloxi, Mississippi. Hilton Garden Inn in Biloxi. They're on the beach. And y'all, they are dropping the room rate for us for $119 a night. Do y'all know what they cost? Well, I'm telling you right now, you need to be here. Power up. Yes. Thank you, Ashley.
Thank you.
Hey, Ashley.
Hi. Beautiful.
Yes. Now, you're going to have to, Miss Jackson.
Now, Miss Kearn, you're going to have to do better than that.
Archie, anything but
it's Naila.
Naila.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Naila. Look, y'all.
Naila.
You don't get called Miss Jackson.
That's fine.
I'm really bad. I slaughter names all the time, but your name is beautiful.
Thank you very much.
It really is. So one of the things I noticed is your name.
Yes,
and your name, say it again, your first name.
My first name is Naila.
Naila. Okay, I'm going to get it right one day. But anyway, your name actually means, it's Arabic, and it means attainer, the achiever, and the successful one. Yes, and I love that. I said, and the other thing, the girl tapped on my side on 2 different directions, because you actually love connecting with people, which y'all know they call me the collaborator. Outside the butts in the seat queen. But you love building relationships, which means you understand the power of connections.
I do.
And you like using your resources to help others. My goodness, if I was looking at your resume against mine, I'd say, okay, she's a younger version of me.
Well, that is quite a compliment. I appreciate that very, very much.
Yes, ma'am. I love that. I love that. So I'm going to start off by saying, tell us who you are.
Well, again, my name is Naila Jackson, and I am from Birmingham, Alabama. I currently work for a pretty large staffing agency here in Birmingham. It's called the Owning Group, Owning Staffing. And I have had the opportunity to work with so many people in our community to give them the opportunity to have careers and attainable work to take care of their families. That's how I view the job that I have done with the company. I do something a little bit less connected with the community now, but I've had the opportunity to work with high school students under one of my coworkers who does a workforce program that puts high school students, launches them directly into careers after high school. So I've had the opportunity to do a lot of connecting in the
Yeah.
community, give people opportunities to go forth and take care of their families and just be able to keep their pride. I mean, egos and pride, especially with men, are really big things. So when you have the opportunity to put them to work, it changes their lives. And that's what I enjoy most about working with my job.
Oh, let's see. So since you went there with the connecting, I gotta stay here a little bit because
Okay.
like I said, I'm all about connecting. So I
Yes,
want to ask
ma'am.
you some of the things because I believe that people can always learn from others about connecting and building relationships with other people. So
Mhm.
tell me what some of your tips that you utilize, or what's some of the techniques that you do when you go in, and tell me some, talk about some of the places you look to connect and things like that. And then the traditional side, and then we'll talk about what you're doing now to keep that.
I will start with this. I have not always been this outgoing connector.
Mhm,
I actually believe I inherited this spirit of my mother.
mhm,
She passed away a couple of years ago, and but she was a connector. She didn't judge. She didn't have any. There was nothing about you that she would take and say, I don't want to deal with that person. She had a way of connecting with any and everyone. And I developed that skill from her. And I listen to people. I take the time to get to know where they are right now, what they need, because a lot of times people just need you to hear them out. And
mhm.
sometimes there have been opportunities that I've been able to connect with people, and they've told me things like, I've been looking for work, and I haven't been able to do this, and I haven't been able to do that. And I feel like that was a God thing, because it's like, oh, well, here's what I do. Let me help you get to where you're trying to go. So I just enjoy getting to know people, connecting with people, getting to know their stories, allowing me to tell my story. And because staffing and recruiting was not my goal in life, that was never on my radar, and it was just a happenstance opportunity that got me into the position that I'm in today. I am a huge visionary, so there are things that I see the need, and then I visualize a solution. So
Wow.
that.
Well, I tell you, one of the things you said is you listen, and that's a critical piece of developing relationships. A lot of people don't understand that you have to listen to people. I listen. I often say this because I heard Dr. George Frazier say not too long ago, he was on air and he was talking about if he had 10 minutes, when he has 10 minutes to do an introduction and talk to people, he takes that one minute, a tenth of that time, he tells people who he is, introduces himself, and then he turns it over to them. Because if anybody know who Dr. George C. Frazier is, he is one of the master master workers. He wrote a book on it. Matter of fact, he's written a few. And so that being said, I'm like, if he's saying the fact that God gave us one mouth and
Yes.
2 ears,
Yes.
2 ears, it
Yes.
speaks volumes by itself.
Yes.
You know, it really does. So I love the fact that you learn that, because it's not something that often, particularly sometimes, women do. We probably talk, you know what I mean?
Now I talk a lot, but I
Yeah,
do
yeah.
it.
And I can relate to you about I tell people all the time, I wasn't born talking to everybody I see. You know, most people call me quiet in school, right?
Yeah, me too.
Because, you know, and then you just grow, because like you said, it's there. There's that seed
Yes.
inside of you
Yes.
that you know you actually saw from your mom, but it was already gifted inside of you anyway. It was
Absolutely.
just waiting.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes, yes. So I love it. I love it. And Birmingham, yes, I love
Yes, ma'am. Birmingham.
my doctor's up there. So I get to come up there a few times a year just for that, but not that I love going to Birmingham anyway. So yeah,
Awesome.
so tell me about you. You were the top 50, one of the top 50 business women.
No, that is one of my goals.
That's
That's
one.
something that I hope to
Okay.
achieve
Yeah.
in the next I say in the next 10 years, but I'd love to achieve it way before that.
10 years. Yeah.
Well, it's the top 50 under 50, so that's why I say that. But hopefully I'll get to achieve it within the next year to 2 years. I've got some things that I have in the pipeline that I am launching. And like I said, I'm a visionary, and trying to get some of those visions out there into the atmosphere.
So let me just speak it out there for you. The time
Yes,
is now,
it
not
is now,
tomorrow. It's
right
right
now.
now. I tell women all the time, put in your application. You know, go ahead and go ahead and put yourself out there.
Yes.
Go ahead and apply for those awards. And
Mhm.
not just that award, apply for other awards. And by the way, nominate some of your friends and colleagues too that you know you would like to see. But once you start doing that, you will see the door open anyway, and it'll come much quicker than you're thinking about. So,
Absolutely.
I'm gonna ask you this. So why did you decide? Why did you decide to apply to be a brand ambassador? What does this mean to you?
Well, again, like you have been speaking all night, and you just said the time is now.
Mhm.
And Shadari and I have been friends for quite some time now. So
Yes,
I've
yes.
told her visions, and we've shared some things over time. And it just, during this time of isolation, I think that God has used it to elevate many of us. And I think that it's up to us to use this opportunity to launch some of the things that we have in our spirit and we have in our vision. And it's the time is now. And I feel like, and what I'm utilizing Power Up Summit for is a launching pad. I'm excited to get to meet you and get to talk to you, as well as network and spend time with some of the other powerhouses that will be in the building and that have been where I am in the beginning stages of a lot of entrepreneurship, and hopefully get some tips and get some contacts and get some really good advice on some of the stumbling blocks and how they overcame them. Because prior to the quarantine, I've always been a visionary, but I've always allowed fear to capture and eat those visions. And I always gained so much anxiety because I didn't want the judgment of other people. I didn't want other people's opinions. And that one thing would just send my doubt, and my whole vision would be gone. Now, I could speak life into your vision. I could tell you about your business. I could give you ideas, pointers, tips. I could launch you into the deep. But the things that I have had in my spirit and visions for myself, anxiety and fear have eaten those things alive. And when the Power Up Summit, the opportunity to become an ambassador for the Power Up Summit was brought to me, it was just another step of stepping away from fear. I wanted to walk in the opposite direction of fear. And becoming an ambassador has been an amazing opportunity for me already. The support that has been shown has been amazing. The group of ambassadors that are on this inaugural summit have been amazing. I've learned so much. I've gotten a chance to build relationships and have conversations with them, and I can't wait to meet them all in person. And I feel like it's going to just be just an unforgettable experience.
Yeah, and I thank you. I'm looking forward to all of y'all coming. And one of the things I believe in is feeding people. And I'm talking about not just food, but I'm talking about, spiritually and it's pouring into their lives and their business, making sure that they obtain more than what they came with. And
Absolutely.
so one of the things, and I often talk about success because, hey, I'm one of the founders of it. So I talk about it because we literally have seen this at that conference. And unfortunately this year, being that we always have over 1,000 people in the last few years, we can't bring it live. Of course not. We just can't. The lowest we ever had at that conference is 540 people. And that was the first year. And
Wow.
so that being said, we learned every year how to empower and get people motivated by inspiring them and pumping them up and getting them resources. I've seen many people tell us that they are starting their own business. I remember Sheila Rivers, the therapist, Dr. Sheila Rivers. Hats off to her. Congratulations. She's one of our speakers, and she just finished her doctorate. Now, you're talking about a woman who had her first child, I think either 14, 15, somewhere in there, maybe 16, but she is now living proof. She started her business, she expanded her business and all that stuff, and she speaks as well. But but a lot of that she fed off coming from our conference as well. Not saying that she wasn't already doing her thing, but
Yeah.
she said that we helped her with that. And I talked to one of our committee team members just left her job, Miss Key. I call her Miss Key because I do mess up people's names. I call her Miss Key because she just stepped out and she told us at the success last year, she was there and she has started her own business. Now you talking about a nurse leaving her job
Wow.
right now doing COVID. It's just that speaks volumes.
It does.
So for me, power up is to drill it down even further. I
Yeah.
want people, especially now. And a lot of people said, well, why now, Kearn? I mean, all the fear. I'm like, because right now people need something. They need something to lift them. And that's what I want to do is lift the people that come there, empower them. Don't allow this time to beat you down. So I love the fact. I love what the things that you're looking to accomplish, but I wanted to talk about your mother. You've said a few times that your mother has inspired you and all these things, but tell me tell me a little bit about her and how she really has over your time. We know mothers do impact people's lives, but all of us have a special way. But listening and reading your bio, I really saw the connection to your mom there.
The best way I can describe my mother was being love in human form, God's love in human form. She really was a giver. She was a lover. I mean, if there was anything that you were missing before you came into her presence, you really would feel whole and complete when you left her. She was amazing. And it's always just been my goal to be half the woman that she was. When she passed away, the number of stories and testimonials that people told me and that shared with me of things that she had done with them and for them in silence, never told a soul, things that my father even shared with me that she's done for people that never told a soul, because she was not about the glitz and glamour. She literally wanted people to feel God's love through her. And that inspired me to be who I am. And especially after she passed away, it's almost like a switch flipped. And I felt like I needed to continue that for her legacy to live on. I needed to embody who she was as a woman, and convey the things to the world that she taught me growing up. So I mean, all of this also in a way is to honor her as well, and honor her memory, and just continue to spread the joy and the love that she did herself.
Now, it sounds like your mom was one of the women. She sounds like she would have fit perfect in my book that I'm doing, Trailblazers Who Lead. And that is, those people like your mom are the reason why I chose to do the Trailblazers Who Lead. Because I feel like there are women that are out there that are doing amazing things. They're not looking for the glitz and glamour, but they have touched so many lives. They have created so many things to pour into other people's lives, making sacrifices and things like that. And so it sounds like your mom was truly an amazing woman, because one thing I do know, a giver is always, always blessed.
Always blessed.
Yes.
And she definitely lived a blessed life, and said that she had lived a good life in the end. She passed away of colon cancer. And in the end, she said that she had lived a good life and she had been blessed. Our family was blessed, I'm sure, because of the fruits of her labor as well. Her and my father, they are both phenomenal people. And I really feel blessed to have been reared and raised by her. I really do.
Wow, you just said another thing that makes me feel like you must be kinfolk or something. Because my family actually, I've had several die of colon cancer. That's one of those things that, so I guess it might even be genetic for some people, but I can definitely see how you and I have a lot of things in common. So that.
World.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. But I also noticed you have a bachelor's degree in early childhood
education. Yeah. And I think that's one of those things where I enjoy dealing with people. Teaching so much, but dealing with people is more my thing, especially now, and how the education system is. My hats go off to all teachers and all educators. Not your girl.
Not your girl. So did you ever teach? Did you ever utilize it?
For a very short time in the beginning. And then it was a done deal. Yeah, sometimes you realize everything isn't for you.
Yeah, that is true. Realizing your calling, and knowing yes, I do understand exactly what you're saying. So that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. Know when to get out, and the earlier you can, the better it is, right?
Absolutely.
Well, I definitely want to see. I want to see you actually go ahead and start taking those leaps. I often talk about walking in faith. A lot of people have been crippled by fear, not just now, but on a regular. I mean, we often, and for me, being a Christian person myself, I find that a lot of us are crippled by fear. And fear has crippled us over the years, which to me, I often say, this part of the time that we're in is for God to get testimonies out of some of us. He wants people to be a testimony for the world, world. And so it is time for you to do that. Walk in your faith, because when you walk in faith, doors swing open, right? Doors swing open. So you don't allow yourself to be held back by fear, because fear is just there's an acronym for that. I
Mhm.
forgot what it is to
I've
feel.
seen it as well. I've seen
Yes,
it.
exactly, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, people know what we're talking about. But
Right.
anyway, my point is, this is the time. This is the time. Inside of you are talents. And people have heard me say this a lot recently. Inside of you are God-given talents. And I can see them by listening to you. That's why you stepped up to be a brand ambassador, because there are talents being inside of you right now. I've told this story about uh, there's a master in the book where he had three men that he gave coins to. One he gave 10, one he gave 5, one he gave 2. And then the one with 10, he went out. The master said, I want y'all to go out basically and make me money. That's what it came down to.
Mhm.
So the one with 10 he doubled his money and brought it back to the master. Of course, the master's like, well done, my servant. The one with 5, he only took half of them. And half of those he took and doubled. And the master said, okay, you did pretty good. You okay? The one with 2, he buried them. He literally buried the coins. And when the
And
master
that was me for a long time.
exactly. And the master looked at him and he said, what is this? Why did you do something? Well, master, I was afraid. I was afraid that I would lose it all. So I buried it. So you think about talents. Talents in the Bible, that in that scripture is talking about money, but you have talents. And so he took that talent. He literally took the talent away from that man and gave it to the one that already had top double. We don't want to be the one getting our talents taken away from us. So inside of you are the God-given talents that you already have. And you know you have them because you're already saying, I'm going to be that woman that's in the top 50 under 50. You're already there. So I always tell people, go out and get it. go out and
Absolutely.
get it, Miss Jackson. That's what I'm saying. Go get it.
And it's so funny that you mentioned that parable from the Bible, because I just had that conversation with some of my friends this morning. There was a situation that was really discouraging for me, and I'll kind of explain it in just a tad bit. But I talked to them about how in the past, even when I've helped other people launch their brands or push their initiatives or their business, I never wanted to be seen. I never wanted anyone to recognize me. I never wanted anyone to know that I had anything to do with it. Just take the information that I give you and go. I want to see you succeed. And that was genuinely from my heart. But when it came to myself, I wouldn't do that. So I actually have began developing an app that will launch on Friday, and it is called the Blacklisting. And what it is it's a community for Black businesses and Black business owners. Currently, it is housed on Facebook in a group. Right now, it has over 250 Black owners and Black businesses included. And the whole point of the Facebook group is it's a private group where we intend to uplift and help increase and grow the Black businesses and how we can help each other who have experienced stumbling blocks and in their business, and help someone else get past those hurdles or help them not make the same mistakes. To network, and if there's one person having an event, is there a need for someone else in that group? So I wanted to start the foundation with networking and supporting each other in being in business. It's oftentimes there is less support within our own community than there is from outside of the community. So I wanted to build that support system first for those businesses and those business owners before we actually launched out into the deep. And I started the app, but the app should launch on Friday. I'm really excited. I haven't really told anyone about it, except for the members of that group. So it's a big deal for me because it's one of my first ventures that I have just taken and run with. So I'm really excited about it, and I'm looking forward to what it's becoming, because the vision that God has given me for it is huge. So I'm
Okay.
looking forward to seeing what happens.
Okay, now you know you got to drop the name of that app and the name of that Facebook group for those Black business people that want to be a part of your group and want to download that app. Let's launch that right. Let's announce it right here on Power Up Summit Facebook Live. Come on, tell us what it is.
Absolutely. The name of that app is The Black Listing,
Mm-hmm.
and it carries the same name on Facebook, The Black Listing.
Okay.
Please join. Please come in, collaborate, drop your ideas, start conversations. We want people from every area of, I mean, medical. We want, anyone that's a Black business owner. We want you. We want you in our group. It is, like I said, is a support group for you. So this is not one of those things where there will be any envy or anyone stealing ideas. This is a support group on Facebook, and the app is for anyone who wants to locate a Black business. It's our goal to increase the Black dollar and the length of time that the Black dollar stays in the community. Right now, it only circulates for about 6 hours. In the Chinese community, it circulates for a month. So we're looking to extend the lifespan of the Black dollar in the Black community. And I have faith that the Black listing will play a huge part in that. So I'm looking forward to birthing my baby, so to speak.
All right, let's somebody tag Black CEO, tag Trevor Otts, and tag Shay Brown, and tag my other good friend Lexi Williams, because all of them are running some Black groups, and all of us need as much networking as possible. So tag that out, the Black listing. We want to make sure we're going to support you and power that group up and power up your app. We
Thank
want
you
that.
so much.
Make
Thank
sure
you
you
so
tag
much.
me to it, because I'm all about networking and connecting. Period.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
ma'am.
Will do.
All right. All right. So we're going to see you in Biloxi, right?
Absolutely.
Birmingham. And look,
You'll see me in Biloxi.
one of our speakers, Ty Miles, my coach, who's online from Birmingham. Shout out to Ty Miles. She's actually
Woo-hoo!
going to be here. Yes, yes, yes. So come on down. So I look forward to it. I'm going to share. Tell us, give us your power word. Give me your power word, because this is all about tickets now. We got to get that power word out.
My power word is launch.
Launch. Yes, y'all better be writing this down. Y'all better be writing this down. It's all about the ticket right now. Come on. All right. Thank you, Miss Jackson.
It was
Thank
a
you for
pleasure,
your
Miss
time.
Karen. All
Yeah.
right. Have a
All
good
right.
night.
Coming up is Tanya Williams. Yay. Come on, Tanya. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Yes, ma'am. The life coach is here. Hopefully she gonna help me get my life saved here, because I need all kind of help. I'm telling y'all right now. So yes, yes, yes. I am looking forward to this. Let me shout this out right now. Y'all, we need y'all to share. We want you to share right now. Sharing is caring. Tag, tag, tag. Send your friend to your messengers and stuff as well. And remember, right now the Power Up ticket is on sale. $59 for, you get 2 for 1, y'all. That's 2 for 1. And if you want to upgrade to the VIP,
Yes.
VIP, go ahead and do that upgrade. 99, 2 for 1. And look, y'all, we got the elite experience. So y'all know I'm a giver by heart. And everybody that's been to my event know we gonna have some giveaways, right? So the elite people are going to get the experience that they deserve, because they are the top ticket holder. And we want to make sure that every day they're there, they're celebrated, because they took the time to invest more. But guess what? That ticket's on sale too. $199, and you get the second one half off. Half off. And you get to attend a mastermind, not just with me, But with my own personal coach, Ty Miles, we will be having a mastermind on Sunday. It's going to be a small group. You want to be a part of it. Yeah, look, you know Ty is good. If she pulled five of my trailblazers went on as a coach with her. So she's the coach you want to be with. And Success Women's Conference is also partnering with her with coaching as well. So you don't want to miss it. And if you didn't hear me earlier, Success is going virtual. Y'all are here the dates. We're still taking nominations. And guess what, y'all? We have over 700 applicants. Did I say 700? Yes, we have over 700 speaker applicants. And yes, we're taking that award. That Top Influencer Award is going national. If you know a woman or you want to nominate yourself, Top Influencers is what you want to be. So put your application in. Success Women's Conference is going virtual, but big. So let me get over to my lady here, Tanya Williams. Now look, I can't mess up your name. So this is a good thing. This is a good thing. But hey, what I want to say, you said you're passionate about helping people and helping them accomplish their goal. Walk in their purpose is what I was talking to Miss Jackson about, and helping them succeed. I love it. I love it. That's what I'm all about as well. But I am going to ask you, tell us about yourself, Miss Williams.
Well, like I said, I've always been the underdog or the black sheep. So I know what it's like to walk in that fear, or, like Miss Jackson was talking about, always be the purpose pusher for somebody else. But when it came to me, I like to be behind the scenes. But I don't really know what's happened. Prior to COVID-19, it's like God lit a fire underneath me, and it's just like, I have no fear anymore. And I've realized that the only way that I'm going to fail is if I don't try.
Mm-hmm.
And, if I try something, it doesn't work, I just kind of tweak it and try it again. And, but I'm really passionate about helping women and young girls. I love to mentor, and the world that we live in, it's really important for me to just teach young girls at an early age that not only who they are, but whose they are before the world has a chance to tell them otherwise. Because as we can see with everything going on around us, it just seems like our youth is just lost. So I really enjoy mentoring young girls. And again, I life coach as well, which is it's my own personal ministry. So I life coach in the areas of financial, relational, and spiritual, but I'm not limited to those three things. I really like to coach on things that I have a personal experience in, because if I can help anybody with a blueprint or, a cheat sheet of the mistakes that I made to help them to get to where they're wanting to go a lot faster, then I love to do that.
That is, I really like the fact that you're a true mentor, and I've read that you actually received your pastoral leadership from one of the largest organizations in the nation called Church of the Highlands, right?
I did, yes.
Oh
I just
my
finished
goodness.
in December.
In December. So
Yes.
okay, you did step out, didn't you?
Yes.
Yeah.
I did.
I feel like the Lord was talking to a lot of us in the fall last year, because when I heard you say that, I said, wow, that's kind of what God was telling me last year when I left Success. You get caught up as a giver, and I think that's what it is. As a giver, we pour in, we include, we bring other people along, we pump other people up, and that's what we're meant to do. That is a gift of ours that really helps us elevate other people. And so I found myself last year saying, okay, I poured and poured and poured, and I've taken away, because I have a business as well. I have my home care, PR and home care.
You can't pour from an empty cup.
Yes, that's it. That's it. And God had me sit down. Now, everybody knows I have in many years, even when we started Success, I jump in feet first and think about it later. But God just talked to me and said, you need to take some time and you need to plan out what you're going to do for 2020. Now he didn't tell me that all this was coming in 2020. Now, I'd have been happy to know that we were going to have some changes and some turnarounds, but he did pour into me this particular event, Power Up Summit. Power Up Summit. Somebody asked me where it come from. I was just thinking, charge up your life, because that's what I find.
Recharge.
Yes, exactly. So you remind me of that when you said that. So looking at that, I also saw where you like to bridge people's culture with faith.
Yes.
Tell me about what do you mean by that?
Well, I think God made us all, and it's so important for me. I come from a diverse background, so it's so important for me to bring everyone together. I believe there's room for us all to win, no matter what background we're from, no matter what color we're from, we are. And I believe that with everything that's going on, it's time that we come together. There's power in numbers. And so I'm very passionate about, bridging the gap. And if I can be that voice, I have a podcast that it's like I call it my out of the box ministry. I talk about my husband says sometimes I'm too radical, but I like to talk about the things that the church won't talk about, or the subjects they kind of sweep under the rug. So they're not always those feel good conversations, but they're those much needed conversations. So I use that as my platform and as my tool to have the conversations that need to be held and to bridge those gaps.
Yes. Now you don't went and jumped ahead on me and went to the podcast. Yes, ma'am. I love the podcast. Let me hear. It's your Fearless, favorites, and spiritually grounded.
Yes,
that's a mouthful. So you're saying what? Tell me some of the subject, because you said you like to go out of the box. So give us an example of what are you thinking of? Because there are people listening that hey, we want to get on that. Come on your show.
I'm trying to break the mindset that Christians can't have fun. We're taught in church that we got to look a certain way and things like that. I love fashion. For those of you that don't know me, normally I wear like a little faux hawk. So I'm a little edgy. I've always danced to the beat of my own drum. And, so I want people to realize that you can have fun and you can still laugh and be a Christian. I like my thigh-high leopard boots. So, we may talk about fashion. We may talk about some things like, I talk about real life issues like ladies who've had abortions, or they have been sexually assaulted in their marriages, and things like that. And because these are real issues that people deal with and they don't know how to heal and to recover. And when the church just hands them a scripture and says, I'll pray for you, they don't even know what that scripture means. They need someone to walk with them on that journey and say, okay, give me some tips on how I can get through this. Some of these things I've experienced. That's why I said I like to coach on the things that I have experienced myself, because I can tell you how I got over it, or how I healed, or what worked for me. Not saying that it will work for you, but I can give you, like I said, a blueprint to help you heal and get over that a lot faster than you just, kind of just stumbling around on your own. So, no subject is off limits for me,
I love that.
Sometimes the more radical, the more excited I get about it.
Oh, wow. Okay. Now, I'm going to drop my name in right now. I want to be a guest on the show.
Well, you come on anytime. You just give me the subject and I'll be ready.
All right, we gonna do this, and so we gonna come back and drop those lines, y'all. Drop those lines on how you can get on this podcast, because she sounds like she got it going on over here. And I love podcasts. Anybody know and been watching me this year? Podcast is in visibility. It increases your visibility. So I love the fact that you're doing that. So I'm gonna ask. Look, I'm going to go out of line since we're already out of the order. My brain was thinking, I'm gonna ask you right now, what's your power word? Because it sounds like you already got it right there on the tip of your tongue. What is it?
What was my what? I'm sorry.
What's your power word?
My power word is just do it. It's
Yeah,
like
okay.
just do it
Yes,
because
do it, y'all.
I mean
Y'all
don't walk in fear. Just do it. I
just
mean,
do it.
like I
Yeah.
said, the only way you're gonna fail is if you don't do it. So just do it.
Yes, yes, yes.
I
So
hijacked that from Nike.
you you hijacked that from. Oh, thank you. See, but that's what I believe. I believe that now. Now look, y'all. I'm 55. Don't wait till you get my age and decide that this is the time to take up what Nike been
Yes.
saying for what 50
Yes.
years now. Just do it.
Yeah.
Just do it because just do it means stop waiting.
Yeah.
Stop waiting for somebody to hand you the opportunity. You got to
Right.
work with it now, right? That's
That's right. Use like God told Moses, use what's in your hand.
there. Look at it. You know, with scripture on us, y'all. Use what's in your hand. So I'm gonna put this out there while we're talking, Tanya and I want y'all to know you have now got what is needed to win those tickets, y'all. You got you got 3 words, and the first person that logs it in, my Shadera is gonna tell us who it is. We're gonna pick the winner, the first person that puts down the 3 power words used by our ladies tonight. And you just heard Tanya say hers. And now we're going to ask you to write down all 3. The first person to submit it, Shadera is going to let me know who is that person that
It's
has
exciting.
yeah. So
Come
Tanya,
on, my peeps, let's do it. I need somebody to go with me. Come on.
yeah, come on. Let's tell you. Look, you're gonna get 2 tickets now. 2 tickets. So you might want to drop that in real quick because somebody knows the power words that each one of these women have dropped tonight. So Tanya, so going back to to you as a life coach. So I read that you were trained by Tony Gaskin, and
Yes.
Tony Gaskin's been on Oprah. He's been on Tyra Banks. He's been on TBN, the 700 Club. And is this Junior? This is Junior,
This is
right?
Junior. Yes.
Oh my! Look, first of all, I had to go back and read that one more time. I said, Junior, Junior was
He's
born
doing it.
the
He's
year that
doing
I
it.
look, the year I graduated. So Junior is just doing it.
Yeah.
Yes, he lighting it up,
Yeah.
right? So,
He
what
is.
was that experience like? Tell us about your training.
It was really good. When actually I started to do it, I had followed Tony for a long time, a couple years prior, and I was just always just really into his teachings and things like that. And um, whenever I decided to become a life coach, I was actually still going through school as well. And it's like God dropped it in my spirit. And I really didn't even know what a life coach was. I just knew God was speaking to me, and all he was telling me was outside 4 walls. And I was like, what does that mean? And so I was on my way to work one day, and it's just like life coach come out of anywhere. And I was like, well, God, are you, is that you? Are you talking to me? Are you saying you want me to be a life coach? Like, I don't even know what that is. And, a lot of things I kind of had to just discover and research and do on my own. So I started looking it up, and I was like, okay, maybe this is what you're talking about outside 4 walls. Because I have realized being in ministry, when you tell somebody you're a minister, you're a pastor, or anything like that, the first thing they do is back away from you. But if you say, "Oh, I'm a life coach," they're like, "Well, tell me more about that. What is that?" And so as I started to pray about it more and I started to research it more, I realized, okay, this is a way that I can apply that biblical principle to it and help them in a way in the everyday areas that they struggle with as well, in addition to the podcast. So
Mm-hmm.
I got online and I researched several of them, and there's so many of them. And I was
Mm-hmm.
already had a pretty full schedule. So when I found Tony's, it was something that I could do in my spare time, and I can do it at my own leisure. and do it within the time frame that I set aside to do it. But I was so excited. I think I finished mine in like 3 days because, like, once I jumped in, I know I was just like, I was all in. I know it was no more than a week. Yes, that's how exciting it is because he does. You print out a manual and he does his teachings by video. And I believe that when you're really drawn to something, it's like reading a book. When it's that really interesting book, you can't put it down. That's how it was. Life coaching was for me, like going through the curriculum.
Wow.
So I completed it and I did it, and I've just kind of been doing it ever since, and I really really love it. And my catchphrase is helping you become the best version of yourself, because I feel like God has created us each to be our own individual person. So, Kearn, he didn't create you to be like Oprah or anybody else. He created you to be Kearn. So my job would be to help you to be the best Kearn that you could be, not like anybody else. So that's the kind of things that I like to coach, and whatever it is that they're, whether it's goal oriented, or there may be some things like personal that they don't even like about themselves, or it could be communication skills with their spouse or anything like that. So those are the kind of things that I like to help them work on. And I don't give them any kind of paperwork or anything like that, because I believe they're going to fill it out, push it to the side, and never look at it again. But I give them tools that they can put into their everyday practices. So when you're in that heated moment in the conversation with your spouse, and you really want to cuss them out, I give them tools of, like, things to work on that they can actually implement, because you create a new habit over a month. So if you continue to do that, then it's going to change not only your actions and the way you do things, but it's going to be a new habit.
So tell me, because I often, I think I've talked to one person about this before, but I truly believe in coaches, period. I tell you, and I'm going to say this, I'm like everybody else in the beginning. I'm like, why am I going to pay that person all that money for the coaching stuff? I'm like, really? I tell you, and after working and doing my conferences, I've been planning events for over 15 years. But it wasn't until I got really deep into success and started watching all these speakers come from around the nation, and I was paying attention. I'm like, okay, there's something here, but I still wasn't that. I'm like, there's
It's
still
that accountability factor, I think.
yes, and I think people get so caught up. They're like, well, is this really, am I going to really gain something from this? I'm spending this money. Do I really have this money? And I often hear people say, coaches and speakers say all the time, once I got that coach, I was able to elevate my life to the next level, because there's always something holding you back. So I am a true believer that people need to do that. I had to do it this year. I just told somebody, just announced earlier, I'm working with Todd Miles, because though I've been teaching and training people in how to create events, right, for years, just helping people, doing stuff. Well, you know what? I'm like, I've been doing this all these years, and look what I got to show for it, right? I got to do something different. So I finally just said, wait a minute, maybe that's the coaching thing. I need to go back to this coaching thing here and consider it. So it took me a little while, because I actually talked to several coaches, and several of the coaches I talked to before, I really thought about hiring them. And then when I connected with Ty, I was like, okay, all right, she the one. And and it's helped me. So because I now am not just doing individual coaching, but I'm also teaching groups how to create profitable events. So tell me, with life coaching, tell me, what is that? When you talked about people helping somebody deal with their spouse and things like that, tell me some of the other things that people might want to think about when thinking of a life coach.
Well, there's a lot of different things. I love teaching young people how to handle their money. I was very fortunate. My mother was very good at teaching us
Mhm.
how to save money, how to earn money.
Mhm.
You know, I had a job at 14. I was able to buy my first car at 14.
Mhm.
So I am in my full-time position, I've always worked with money. So it's a gift. It's not necessarily a passion,
Mhm.
like ministry or anything else, but it's a gift that I want to share. So I love to really mentor young people who are just starting out with jobs. Maybe teach them how to dress for an interview, what to say, how to
Oh.
you know, how to present themselves, and then when they get that check, how to save their money and things
Mhm.
like that. So these are all things that we've implemented within our house with our kids. And my 19-year-old, he has about 2 more semesters of school, and he has a pretty fat bank account. So when he gets out, you know, I'm not bragging or anything, but this
Really?
is the kind of things that I want to teach young people, because you can still be young, and no matter what industry that you go into, by the time you get out of college, if you save your money and do right, you can start your own business. You won't have to apply for a grant or a loan, or you know, you can buy that car that you want and pay cash, so you won't be tied to a car note and things like that. So I really enjoy teaching that type of thing. So I do that in life coaching as well. But
Mhm.
really, I have some clients that want to lose weight. So to help motivate them, I will get out and I will walk with them, because you know, we all could use a little extra push ourselves
Yeah.
anyway. So I figure if we're going to be on the phone for an hour, I'm going to walk with you and motivate not only you but myself too. So it's really about making people bring out the gifts and talents they have in
Mhm.
themselves that maybe
Mhm.
people don't
Mhm.
know, because we all have them. And even in you and I, people has pointed out to us that that's a gift in you that maybe we never recognized ourselves. And it's
Mhm.
really just being that accountability partner and pushing them into their purpose or the things that they want to accomplish, or you know, the visions and dreams and goals that they're setting on, but they are holding back. And it could be even like a mother. You know, we spend so much time with being everybody's everything that we put our dreams and things like that on hold. So just being that person that says, okay, give me 3 goals that you want to accomplish by the end of this month. And so my job is to help you to accomplish those, or at least get you started.
Awesome. Oh, that's powerful. When you started talking about that money, I'm like, really? I'm like, okay, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
For your son to be able to come out and to be able to not be dependent,
Right.
right? Because you can't stay dependent on a system. Right
And what
now, the system across the world is broken,
And
you
I like to
know?
help the parents realize that, you know, when they leave your home, you have to have them prepared, because if you don't, you're going to be their co-signer on everything. So when he turned 16, I put him on 2 credit cards and didn't tell him. His credit score is almost as good as mine now, because every
Wow.
time I pay that bill, his credit score has gone up. So a few months ago, I told him, I said, son, you know, just for curiosity, pull up and see what your credit score is. And so I had him to download the app, and he pulled it up, and he was like, Mom, my credit score is like 746. Is that good? I said, yes, that's awesome. Yeah, and he's
Okay.
19. He has no bills, nothing in his name. So when he leaves here, baby, I'm not going to have to co-sign anything. He can get that light bill in his name. He can get that car note, whatever he wants. He's going to be good to go.
Oh my
So these
God.
are the things that it's important that maybe parents that they didn't have someone in their lives to teach them these
Mhm.
things. And it's so important to prepare our kids rather than just kicking them out at 18 and saying, oh, we're going to kick you out of the nest, find your way. These are the things that I had to teach them from like 9 and 10 years old, in addition to how to wash their clothes and chores and things like that. But I had to teach them, okay, if you want that video game, you've got to either save up the money to buy it, or you're going to have to sell this video game and make, you know, put extra money with it. By doing that, it taught them discipline, and it also taught them how to, like, when they open up their bank account, how to kind of watch their money and
Right.
kind of know what they
Exactly.
have to spend.
Exactly. Exactly. So that, I mean, that is awesome. And you know, I have to ask you about your mentorship program, Grace. Girls rising above the challenge and challenging experience. So you got
Yes.
to tell us what is that about? That's a foundation, right? Or is that,
Yes,
yeah.
yes, that's my own mentoring group that I created several years ago. And again, it's all about little girls and women, because little girls with dreams become women with vision, right?
Yeah.
So once again, we got to not only let them know at an early age who they are, but whose they are. So if we plant that seed at an early age and we give them these tools that we didn't have, even with the financial background, or just affirming them that they're beautiful, that love the skin you're in, no matter what color you are, and things like that. That confidence is what's going to take them to that next level. So when the world tells them you're not this or you're not that, they're not going to believe it,
Yes.
because we've already set that foundation. So that's
Mm-hmm.
one thing that I really am passionate about. I love to pour into the young girls. Many of them are in single family homes. I grew up in a single family home, and it's tough, for a little girl to grow up without her father. And as many of us know, a woman can't raise a son, and a father can't raise a daughter alone, because there's just certain things and certain conversations that you can't have with them, because I can't teach my boys how to be men because I'm not a man.
Mm-hmm.
But I can help the little girls, and whether they're my girls or not, they're all my girls,
Mm-hmm.
but I can teach them the things and the struggles that I went through, so they will not have to go through it.
Awesome. That is great. And young ladies need that over and over again. So
Yeah.
you know I can't end without you telling me that it looks like you lost a lot of weight. I see that pictures, and that it looks like I know you're a life coach and you're doing your thing. I'm like, and I know y'all work with people to help drop
Yeah.
drop some pounds here and there. I'm just gonna ask, if you want to share anything on that, to just give a little plug on anything that you're doing to help people with that side of the house.
To be honest, I felt like I had packed on more weight with
Well,
Rona.
your previous picture shows that you kind of sized it down a little bit as
Okay.
well.
Well, I received that. No, my husband has been on a health kick, and so I try to support him as much as I can. So when he wants to go walk, I go walk with him. I can't get on board with those salads, but I'll pick you up one and I'll make you one or whatever. But I just try to create healthier meals for him and try to be there to support him the best I can.
Yeah.
And with COVID and all that, I feel like I'm having to work from home, so I've got to get out of the house more. So
Yep.
I do like to take those strolls and things like
Mm-hmm.
that, and get up more and things like that to break the day, because now I don't have a break between work and home.
Yeah.
So I just get up and I do more. We're still trying to social distance as much as possible.
Right.
So I mean, you can be creative in your home. Even pick up the milk jug and use those as weights if that's all you
Yeah.
got. So you got
Yes.
to use what's in your hand once again.
Yes, yes, yes. That's what I'm talking about, Tanya. People don't know it's right in your house and it's inside of you. So you're a life coach, and I'm going to tell you and all the other speakers that was here to drop in the line your contact point, but go ahead and share with people how they can reach you.
I'm on Facebook. You can reach out to me on Tanya Williams Life Coach, or on my personal page, Tanya Williams. I'm also on Instagram under spiritually_grounded.
Mm-hmm.
And my podcast is on iTunes, Spotify, and Google Podcasts under Fierce, Favored, and Spiritually Grounded.
Yeah.
I'm also on Twitter under Tanya Williams Life Coach, and on YouTube. And if you want to book me, you can book me on mymentor.com or TanyaWilliamsLifeCoach.com.
Awesome. So I'm looking forward to you joining us here at the Power Up Summit. I'm going to go ahead and announce Ashley Shante. You're the winner of the tickets. So go ahead and make sure that we get your information, so drop it in the line so we can make sure that we include you on getting your free tickets. That's 2 tickets to the summit. And y'all know my tickets are very treasured right now because I can't invite but so many people. We are, I want to stress that we are employing all the social distancing rules, you know, from coming in, getting your temperature checked, filling out a questionnaire. You'll be handed a mask. You'll be handed hand sanitizer. That's right. We're going to be ready because I want to make sure that you are taking care of. The speakers will be on the stage with great distancing. The chairs, the tables, 6 to 10 feet apart with 4 to 6 people at a table and stuff. So we are prepared. We know that there's something out there running against us, but we know that people need the Power Up Summit. So go to Power Up Summit, powerupsummit.com. The event is July the 24th through the 26th. If you come in earlier, you can come to the kickoff where we're going to celebrate our Trailblazers ladies, who's also a part of Power Up Summit. Trailblazers who lead book signing will be the 23rd at the Hilton Garden Inn. Shout out to our sponsors, Keep. Keep is an app, previously Infusionsoft. Also, we have Community Bank, Go Fig. Shout out to Rita Green, who's always my right-hand person along with my team. Also, we have Swag Her, and we have Courageous Woman also as our sponsors. So you want to go ahead, get your room, come spend time with us. The Biloxi Civic Center is like 3 to 5 minutes. You can walk there literally to the Civic Center from there. And the hotel is on the beach, y'all. On $119 a night. And you get your tickets, $59. $59 for 2 tickets. And if you want to eat at the summit and be a part of everything, just upgrade it to $99 and you still get 2 tickets. And if you want to get the whole experience and be there for Sunday as well, the mastermind with Ty Miles, my coach, and me, we're going to be pouring into people. And I'm going to give you more than just some tips on how to create your own profitable event. Your own. When I say profitable, I want you to leave an event not having a big party. I want to make sure that you know you go leave an event with money in your pocket, not broke. Okay?
Yes.
Hello. And all of us right now, whether it's virtual or in person, you need to be more visible. You need to create your own event. And that's what I teach people to do. I'm teaching you because I know that you could have more visibility as a speaker, as a coach, as a woman that's transitioning, you leaving it, you're going to eventually leave the corporate world. And even if you don't, you may be a church that just wants to have an event, but you want to make sure that you're making money. Right. And you can do it online. You can do it in person, but you need to do it. So look, Power Up Summit is coming to you. We've had Tanya, Nanalia, and we had Ashley tonight, our brand ambassadors. Power Up Summit brand ambassadors, 10 of them, y'all. So there's more to come. We'll have another night of this. Thank you, Tanya.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yes, ma'am. I enjoyed every moment.
Such an honor.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. I look forward. You gonna be here, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And where you coming from?
Birmingham, Alabama.
Oh, Birmingham, double dose. Birmingham, come on. I love Birmingham. Come on, come on. So
we all may have to carpool.
Yeah, look, why not? Look, make it a look, you make it a threesome. Look, threesome. Right. Not talk about that kind of threesome, y'all. But yes, my coach will be here too. So yes, I look forward to seeing all of y'all, and I get to meet you in person.
I know, I can't wait.
Yes. Thank y'all for joining us. Ashley, get your tickets. Tune in again. We'll let you know. We'll share it on Facebook. Thank you again.